Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a fun brew built around Fix What's Broken, which is 4 mana for sorcery, and as additional cost to cast this, you pay X life, and you return each artifact and creature card with mana value X from your graveyard to the battlefield. Very powerful effect, can do some really powerful stuff. Today we're brewing around this with a bunch of cycling creatures and cards that put themselves into the graveyard, and the mana cost we're trying to hit is 6. So there's a lot of pretty good cycling creatures that cost 6, such as the Migrating Ketradon. This can cycle, put itself in the graveyard. It's a 6/6 with reach. When it comes into play, you gain 4 life. And then the Lizard here, also a 6 mana Mountain Cycler. You can do a damage when it comes into play. This one has Mountain Cycling, but it has Trample and Haste, so you can kind of get some damage in right away. The Malboro swamp cycles and then makes them discard a card, exiles cards, makes them lose some life. So some powerful enters effects. The Canyon Crawler gives you a food token, which is nice. And then the Chariot, this one just cycles for 1 mana. It does get returned by Fix What's Broken because it's an artifact. But cycling for 1 is pretty cheap and just a way to fill up your yard and go through your deck. So this is the only card that can cycle for 1, I believe, that costs 6 in standard. And then these other cards, they kind of cycle. They put themselves in the graveyard. The Carnosaur, of course, which can do 3 damage, kind of some removal. A big body, it discovers 5 when it comes back. Emptiness, this one is basically just removal for double black. Can put 3 -1/-1 counters on anything, and then it will come back as a 3/5. And Deceit, pretty good here because it can make your opponent discard a card from their hand. You get to choose what it is, and then it can come back with Fix What's Broken X = 6. So a lot of cool, interesting synergies here. Now, some redundancy that we get to play. I'm playing Quintorius here because it can discover 4, which will always discover into Fix What's Broken. So it kind of is our, 5th through 8th copy of Fix What's Broken. It also can be hit with the Carnosaur. If you bring that back, you can hit a Quintorius, which is kind of nice to then have some spirit tokens that you can make, or you can discover. You can actually cast this for 0 if you just want to pay no life and drain your opponent, but also gives you additional copies of this. So that's why we're playing that. Now, the mana base is kind of interesting. I decided to try to play 8 of these untapped Surveil lands because, again, filling up your yard with as many of these as you possibly can before you go turn 4, Fix What's Broken, or turn 5, Quintorius, is important, so you just have a really dominating board. And then the rest are a few kind of 2-ofs, 1-ofs, because the mountain cycling here and the swamp cycling here, you get to choose which mountains and swamps that you pick. So the Surveil lands and the Shock lands are kind of the tutors as well as some basics. So you get to choose if you want basically whatever color, and if you want a Surveil land or Shock land with it when you do this, or basic. So there's a lot of cool tutoring going on here with the lands, which makes your draws a lot smoother, fixes your mana, and yeah, just kind of guarantees you're going to hit basically enough land drops to get to 4 or 5 here. So that is the deck. Let's jump the games and see in action. A huge thank you to all my viewers who have joined my channel membership. I really appreciate all the support. Members get badges, emotes, and early access to all my videos. Click the link in the description below the video to join and get these perks today. Okay, going first. This actually looks fine. Looks keepable. I think we got Fix What's Broken and cyclers. Can't cycle this on 1 because of the swamp. I mean, the mana, a little awkward. I'll play the swamp in case I draw another swamp for Deceit, but no, did not. So let's put that in the yard and start filling up the yard here. Pass here. Okay. And then next turn we can cycle this for a white source. White-red. Alright, pings me for 1. Or we could do this, but I think that's less important than this one. Okay, we'll go mountain cycling. So, white, red. Do we want Elegant Parlor? Or do we want to play the Deceit? I guess that's kind of the question. Tap land. Elegant Parlor would be a tap land, and then we can cycle this. Or the Deceit. We would get the untapped white-red source here. Let's do the untapped one so we can do the Deceit, I think. Yeah. Okay, we do this. And we can do this as well. And that's Quintorius. Don't really want to put that in the bin. So let's do... There's 2 things here. This is going to give 3 things back. Let's just see what they have. They didn't play anything last turn, so... This is the Demolition Field. Okay. Villainous Wrath. That could be an issue. But the Unholy Annex is their play next turn, so maybe we take that. Yeah. We can kind of set up here a little bit more, maybe. So next turn we could do... no, we actually can't do that, can we? Well, we could. If we cycle this for another... Okay, they're going to blow that up. That kind of actually helps us. So that's our red and white sword. So red. Okay, blue. Yeah, let's get the swamp. Okay. There's a Carnosaur. So the plan, I think, is to do another Deceit and then cycle this for another land. And just, I mean, alternatively, we could get all these back right now with the fix. I'm at 13. This and this and this. The Chariot also could be cycled. I just definitely don't want to do that. I'm going to play this next turn. I guess I could do this, get these back now, and then use the Deceit the following turn. Let's do this. Ping them. Swing. This threatens a lethal swing next turn. But we still have some interaction here. Gotta exile something. Okay, I'll exile this, I guess. Alright, well, that means they're not... Let's just do the Deceit first before we decide what to do after that, I guess. Cycle this. Okay. Yeah, this doesn't really threaten anything. This is very bad for us. So we take that, and can guarantee get another land with this, which is useful, maybe. Let's just do that now. This will force them to, well, 1, 2, 3, this and this. Yeah, okay. We'll cycle this and get a surveil land, I think. Doesn't really matter. White. Do this one. Another Carnosaur on top. That doesn't really do anything for us. I mean, remove that. We have a Carnosaur already. They have this. Is it better than a land, or is a land better? I think a land is better, potentially. So we'll swing here. Because they can play this, play a land, that'll ping me for 2, and then attack, hit me for 2 again. But then we'll win on the swing back, so. If they don't block. So I think this is looking good. A lot of small decisions with this deck, and which land to fetch, which order to do things. Okay. We go to 4. Well, because of the Carnosaur, I think we're in good shape here. Yep. Pings me to 4. And yeah, we can just take it out. Take this out with the Carnosaur. And swing for the win here. Alright. Nice. On to the next one. Alright, going first. This hand looks pretty good, actually. Got my colors, got some surveil lands, got fix what's broken. And definitely put that in the yard. Just need to hit a 4th land, I guess, with these. And let's see. Yeah, let's go here and put that in the yard as well. And pass. So this could be a pretty good turn for fix. Oh, never mind. Oh, no, actually we have an answer. We have removal. I was like, this deck doesn't have any removal. They can choose whatever they want here. But yep, I'm gonna take the fix what's broken and cycle. Alright, there's the land, and there's another land. Alright, well, we'll shock this in. And pass. And then it's looking pretty good for a turn 4 potentially. Fix what's broken. Probably don't want to do this until end of turn in case they have another Deep Cavern Bat. Just let them hit me once with the target opponent reveals their hand, choose a non-land permanent. I probably discards that card. Okay. That's fine. Well, good thing we have 2 Carnosaurs. That's a bit lucky, for sure. And actually discarding, I just realized discarding that card is actually going to help us. So, yeah. Alright, we'll just take it, just in case there's something. Oh, I don't even have the land drop here. Alright, well, this is going to be pretty good one. See if we can get even another hit here. Land, I don't really want that land though. So, we'll just ditch it and go for 6. And get everything back. And then let's see what we discover into, hopefully Quintorius. Yeah, there's Quintorius. We could just go for another discover or just make a spirit. I think I'll just make a spirit here. I mean, I could discover into fix what's broken and then put it in my hand, but this is okay. Alright, well, let's see. There is, if they can gain a life, I guess they could sweep the board with that new card, but they didn't play a life gain land or anything like that. So, yeah, this should do it. And, we'll just swing with the team. Nothing to do. I guess technically I could have cycled this and then discovered into another fist that was broken to get this out of the way, but I don't think that matters. I think we have enough here. Alright, discard. Alright, tramples over, and GG. Sweet, that was a good one. On to the next one. Okay, opponent goes first. We'll try this one. Hopefully it doesn't turn out to be too slow. Authority of the consoles. That doesn't hurt us too much. Put the Carnosaur in there. Everything coming to play tapped isn't that big of a deal. Could go Deceit. Let's see. We could save the Deceit as well. Just thinking what we want to do. We can play it. Look at their hand. I mean, we could do it the turn before. I feel like if we do it on turn 4, that's probably better. Like the turn before we try to... Ooh, okay. Simulacrum Synthesizer. Okay. I was thinking maybe they were a control deck. That probably would have been better to do it then. Alright, well, let's see. We got... This guy can Mountain Cycle. Let's do that and just thin the deck. So next turn, I think we can do a tap land next turn. So let's get the... Got double... Okay. Let's just do the Elegant Parlor. And put this in the yard. And pass here. I mean, again, we could Deceit. Well, I think actually I'm going to Deceit. Let's not pass. Let's do this. See if we can maybe stop them from making tokens. Oh gosh, United Battlefront. They hit a land. That's very good. Yeah, I think I'm going to take that. I think I'm going to take that. Because this doesn't really have any targets. They can draw some cards, but that doesn't trigger the synthesizer, so... Okay. Not bad. Oh, there's a fix what's broken. So I could actually do that right now and get all of these back right now. Or wait another turn and get more back later. So what do they have? They would probably Perilous Snare one of them. The Carnosaur... I think it's worth it to do it now. Probably. I mean, alternatively, I go this, and then the next turn I do Quintorius into it. I think I'm just going to do it now. Let me know what you would do in the comments below. Get all the triggers. Ping them for 1. This does give me this. They will gain some life. And did hit a Quintorius, so that's nice. Alright. Gives us a little bit more pressure on board. Alright, well. Definitely gives us a pretty big board to work with here, and then we can actually, I mean, cycle, and then discover into another one if we want to next turn. It's not bad. Yeah, there's a Perilous Snare. I'm gonna give them a 4/4. Oh, they're gonna take out the Quintorius. Okay. Well, I think we'll just swing with the team. Unless there's something we need to do before attacking. This is a nice draw. I wish I had that earlier in the yard, because that would have been pretty nice. Yeah, we swing. Let's see what they want to do. Okay, save them the most life. Makes sense. And then could go get an untapped land, so we could cycle this one and this one. Let's do, this is probably the worst one to cycle. Let's get a land here. And just an untapped land, I think. How much life am I at? 12? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Go to 10. And then next turn we can get the whole crew back again. Just in case. Yeah, another Perilous Snare. It's going to give them another token. And yeah, not enough to save them. So, got there. Sweet, sweet. On to the next one. Okay, opponent going first. This hand, it's okay. It's not terrible. It doesn't have a way to fix what's broken, but it does have a chariot in it, which is good. And Carnosaur and Deceit. I think I'll try it. It might be wrong to just not keep a hand that doesn't fix what's broken, but there is the fix what's broken. So I think we go here. And another tap land. This is another tap land. And it's a black one. I think that's okay to keep on top. I'll keep it. I guess I need to consider if I want to try Deceiving next turn or being able to Carnosaur. I guess I could also... I think being able to Carnosaur is probably more important here. Let's put the other Deceit in there. And pass. Alright, there's another case. It's gonna pump up something. Okay. A lot of pressure. Being on the draw, especially not great here. Alright. Another Carnosaur. Another tap land, jeez. Well, let's see. So our choices are... we can go tap land into cycle into fix what's broken for 6, but we're not even going to be at 6 life, are we? With... this is 5 plus 2... 7. That's exactly 6 life we would be at. If I'm doing my math right. So yeah, we don't want that. I think we kind of just have to Carnosaur something here. And just do that for 2 turns in a row, I think. Alright, let's hope I don't get blown out by something. I guess we just do the biggest power thing. Because I feel like if they had another enchantment, they probably would have played it before combat. Alright, hey, we're still alive. Alright, let's do this. And another fix what's broken? Nah, there's no way that's gonna get cast. Okay. Pass the turn. Okay, not dead yet. Let's try to take out this. Alright, well. Goes to 7, and now going to 1 life is pretty risky, but I gotta do what I gotta do. Alright, so what do we want to take out? The token, I guess? Yep. That's any... oh, it's only artifact creature, yeah, so. Takes out the token. And they gave up. Okay, alright. Well, that was a close one for sure. GG. Okay, opponent goes first. Let's see, this hand looks okay. We got some cyclers into the fix what's broken, so we'll give it a shot here. Let's see. So we can cycle this for a white source. So, yeah, okay. And also that one. So let's hope we hit some good stuff to reanimate here. Well, I guess we'll keep the land. Moon Shadow, sure. Let's see. Play this and cycle. Is that the plan? Yeah, that's the plan. We still don't have a red source, so okay, we'll do this. All right, that's a good hit. And pass. So we could just get a mountain with this. And then, like, Carnosaur next turn. Potentially. And then fix what's broken the following turn. Alright, there's Overlord. Ooh, there's an Oculus, I see. Okay. That'll pump that, sure. I guess I have to decide, would I rather have this or this thing in the yard too? Because this could get a swamp mountain. Not sure how much it will matter. Making them discard can be useful. Could also be an advantage, so I think I'm just gonna cycle this for an actual mountain. And that way, I think I'm just gonna use Carnosaur here. Possible I wanted to do it when they were tapped out. Steam Core Scholar. Sure. Let's just do this in response. Take out the Moon Shadow. Just in case I have something tricky. Alright, so we could get these back now and pay the life. I think that's a decent option. The other option would be to just Carnosaur or cycle these and wait to get more stuff back. 5, 7. This could hit. I think it's fine to just do this. Oops. Do it now. Oh, well, that was the wrong land. Okay, I'm not going to do it now. It has been decided for me that we are doing something else. I meant to play this and do this, but maybe this is a better play anyways. Ooh, Grave Researcher. That's yeah, that's something worth taking out. For sure. Alright. Take the 2, I think. And then that'll go to 2. This going to take out with the Carnosaur. Alright, now I'm gonna fix what's broken. We do need another land here. Do this, so for 6. Alright, a lot of triggers. Do 1 damage to them. And this will do 2 to them. Make them discard. Alright, gain some life. And then put this in hand as a backup. And another one I'll put in hand. Alright, well, if they kill all our stuff, we can get it back. Got a Grave Researcher. could get an Oculus, potentially. But looking pretty good here. And they give up. Sweet, sweet. Alright, on to the next one. Okay, opponent goes first. This hand... Well, it's got Deceit on 2, potentially. Into some cycling. Seems okay. I guess I'll give it a shot here. Alright. Let's see if we can find a fix what's broken. I don't think we want this land. I think we're looking for fix what's broken. Or Charming Prince, okay. I think I do want to do the Deceit next turn. And then these can swamp cycle. Just to slow them down as much as possible. Let's do that. And see their hands, see what we can take that might help. Okay, ooh, this eagle, good thing. They have, yeah, that would exile our graveyard, so we gotta take that. Alright, Helpful Hunter. So they got a clock, not a super fast clock, but they do have a clock. Ooh, and there's Quintorius. Alright, so we need a white source. Let's cycle this, get a white source and cycle this, maybe? Or do we just want to take it slow and not take any damage from our lands? Assuming we'll be able to cycle all this over the next couple turns anyways. I think we're at okay life total. Well, they got Overlord, so... Just thinking, how much does our life total matter here? That's a flyer. Swamp cycle for sure. We need a white source. It's just, do we want an untapped one or a tapped one this turn? I think I'm just gonna go tap land. And oh. Well, keep that. What do we have here? Only 2 creatures though. Yeah, there's an Overlord, so they're gonna get their flyers going. Well, if we mill something good with this, we could do it, but yeah, the flying creatures are kind of a concern. Alright, another one of those. We could just pay 6 life and get all these back. Alternatively, we just do like cycle. And then, I mean, how much damage are we taking? We're taking 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that puts us at 6, so we kind of have to do this now. Alright, we'll do it for 6. But those flyers may still get us. Unless we do something. I mean, we can use this to gain life. We can also hardcast this in 2 turns. This, if we hardcast, can also do something. Case File Auditor. Okay. Yeah, there comes the flyers, so we're down to 3. So we're essentially forced to do this. I guess, let's see, if I attack and they just take it, then Let's see, this is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. It's 1 short with this. So we have to block, 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 and negate 1 with this. That's basically our only choice. And we can cycle this stuff. It's not a very good option here, but this is our only way of surviving. And cast this for 0. Because, yeah. Just to get the trigger here. These not having reach is kind of rough. Okay. They may go after the Quintorius. So I guess it doesn't really matter still, but that would give me another turn if they did do that. Because I can play this to take out one of the flyers. Oh, they're just not going to attack the flyer? Oh. Okay. Down to 3. So they're still threatening lethal, and this is going to come online. Although I actually can't play this without just dying here. Oy, oy, oy. Okay, well, I can cycle it, I guess, and see what happens. Maybe hit another Quintorius or something like that. Still don't think. Okay, well, okay. Carnosaur. I'm not dead yet. Carnosaur can maybe save me here. There's another one. Actually, do I want to keep the other one? Yeah. From the flyers. This attacking is going to wreck me, so. Okay, pass the turn. If I attack with everything, I think I'm dead, because I can only block 4 things on the ground. See what they do. Alright, well, we will not die here. Go to 1. Ang's Iceberg post-combat on the cat? Okay. Interesting. And draw a card. Okay. So I have to use this on the flyer next turn to have a chance. Do I want to cycle? I mean, I can play this. They're at 14. I mean, it's my best chance to just attack all out. This does 2 to them, right? And this is, again, how much damage? 9 plus 4 is 12. So I guess I just have to hope they... There's no other way I can get out of this. Hope they don't block. And get them with the last Malboro. But looks like they're going to. Just do that, and yeah, that'll do it. Alright, GG. Alright, welcome back to the wrap-up for our Fix What's Broken Cycling Living End sort of deck. This one was pretty fun and somewhat competitive. I did have a positive win rate with this in the gold rank, which isn't the highest rank. But, you know, there's some potential here, I think. Definitely interesting build. If I was going to change anything, I might lean more into the Emptiness. Some of the games that were challenging was like against an aggro deck that's like just trying to beat you down. So maybe go up to 4 of these and cut the 2 canyon crawlers. Might be some change. Or you could just, any of these cyclers. It's hard to say exactly which ones are better. This one I think is kind of clutch because it has reach and gains you life back, which is really important. And the mana base probably is not perfect, especially if you want to go up to this. It's getting the double black sources on turn 2 is somewhat challenging, so you could tweak it so there's more or play less of these. Hard to say what the perfect mana base would look like for this deck, but I feel like there's some, you could try different combinations of the numbers here. I wanted to show my sideboard a little bit too, because there's a lot of different ways to try to build this. There's so many different cycling 6-drops in standard. There's like you could play this guy, the flyer, these things. I picked what I thought was the best ones. I was also toying around with like playing green. I thought it would just simplify it to play 3 colors, but you could play green because like this guy is pretty big and gives you life. This one has reach, which is pretty nice. And the Spines Wood Armadillo is also pretty good. This would probably be their main reason to play green because this gains you life basically when you discard it, and it's a pretty good body when it comes back. So if you wanted to play green, you could, fix the mana base and make it even more diverse, I guess. But up to you. And then what else? You could play the Broodwagon, Catharsis. I had a basic planes in there for a little bit, but decided not to play it because there was no actual plane cycling creatures I was playing. So anyways, just different ideas you can mess around with if you wanted to play around with the deck. You could probably, play a super budget friendly deck if you cut all these from more cyclers. But, I guess the mana base has a bunch of rares in it too. So, but these would be kind of your own rares. Anyways, let me know what you think about the deck in the comments below. Hope that was interesting and a cool deck to watch. Thanks so much. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.